China called Japan a grey rhino, gathering speed, getting dangerous, a threat the world must contain together. Japan's defense minister walked into Asia's most powerful security forum, looked the room in the eye and fired back. At the Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore on May 31st, Defense Minister Shinjiro Koizumi delivered a sharp, surgical rebuttal of China's claim that Japan was sliding back towards militarism, and then turned the accusation around entirely. The line was devastating in its simplicity. There's a country that has a huge arsenal of nuclear weapons and strategic bombers. Japan has neither of these weapons, and yet Japan is labeled new militarism. Isn't it strange? The room knew exactly who he meant: Beijing, the country whose defense minister for the second year running did not even bother showing up to the conference. Let that land for a moment. China accuses Japan of dangerous militarism, then refuses to engage in the very forum designed for dialogue. Koizumi said he was sad he couldn't meet his Chinese counterpart, but that sadness came wrapped in an indictment.
I am feeling sad that we were unable to have the opportunity to have a meeting this time. But again, we keep the door open to talks. I remain committed to communicating with the countries concerned, including China, for the peace and the stability in the region and of the world.
China continues to increase its defense spending at a high level, rapidly expanding its military capabilities across a wide range of areas without sufficient transparency, he told the gathering. China's external approach and military activities are matters of serious concern for Japan and the international community, he continues.
You know, Japan's defense policy and the defense build-ups are not based on the idea of identifying any specific country or region as a threat or having a military confrontation with it. That said, China continues to increase its defense spending at a high level and is rapidly expanding its military capabilities across a wide range of areas without sufficient transparency. China's external approach and military activities are matters of serious concern for Japan.
And the context makes this even sharper. Japan is in the middle of its largest military build-up since World War II, revising key strategic documents, increasing defense spending for 12 consecutive years, and now preparing a budget of over 9 trillion yen, moving towards 2% of its GDP. Ties between Japan and China hit their worst level in years after Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi warned in November that a hypothetical Chinese attack on Taiwan could draw a Japanese military response. Beijing called that Japanese militarism. Tokyo calls it deterrence. And then there was the moment nobody in that room missed. A Chinese military representative stood up and asked Koizumi directly, would Japan issue an apology for its wartime atrocities to China, South Korea, and Southeast Asia? Koizumi sidestepped the question and went straight back on the offensive. He called for trust, transparency, and talks, while making clear that transparency was precisely what Beijing was refusing to provide. Two nuclear-age powers, one refusing to show up, the other refusing to back down. Vitrita Sen Majumdar, Bureau Report, India Today Global.